My desires are in line with the Sharia, but at this time the Sharia wants me to do something else. I'll give you two examples. The first example is the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. What happened during the Treaty of Hudaybiyah? They're all going to perform Umrah, and they are stopped on their way, and the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he begins to have a treaty signed with this clause, second clause, third clause. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu an, in his mind, he's thinking, no, we all put on our ihram, we're going to perform Umrah. This is what the Sharia wants from us. Is he doing something wrong? No. He wants to do Umrah. He wants to move forward. But Rasulullah ﷺ is saying no. He goes to the Messenger of Allah ﷺ and he says, Alasna ala al-haq? Are we not on the truth? Why is it that we're backing down? Now when somebody looks at this, we're impressed. MashaAllah, he has that zeal for the deen. He has that desire to want to do more. But in this instance, Rasulullah ﷺ says, your intentions are noble, but حَتَّى يَكُونُ هَوَاهُ تَبَعًا لِمَا جِئْتُ بِهِ, until your desires are not in line with the accurate representation of the Sharia. This is a very important point. Oftentimes we're stuck with two decisions. And we are choosing one decision not because it's easier for the nafs, not because there's worldly benefits, but I feel that this is the more religiously accurate route. But the Sharia has given me a concession here, so going with that is actually the more accurate route. I'm going to give one more example and I'm going to stop here. Rasulullah ﷺ, he's praying salah. He's praying salah and he hears in the back a child is crying. What does he do? He shortens his prayer. He shortens his prayer because he knows that if I make my salah long, then that mother who is with her child, she won't be able to focus in her prayer. So let's all shorten the prayer together. If you ask the average person who's a Muslim, will say, no, lengthening the prayer is more rewarding. But over here, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was aware of the circumstances. So to conclude, in our conversation about making our desires in line with the Sharia, last night we spoke about leaving out worldly things. Today I just want to emphasize that sometimes in the Sharia, the easier option is available in certain instances, not all the time. Certain instances there's an easy option available that the Sharia has afforded us. By going with that does not mean that my desire is against the Sharia, rather it is in line with the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, as we have seen in these two examples, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah and in the Salah of the Prophet ﷺ. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to inspire us to make our desires in line with what He has brought and enable us to avoid the shahawat and the nafsani inclinations that we have deeply embedded within us. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.